What's up, weirdos?
Oh, do you want me to do like the radio voice intro a little bit? Like, hey, welcome to Weirdness.
Yeah, like how we usually do.
Yeah.
In that radio.
Yeah. Welcome to the Weirdness. I am Rob Biddle, and I'm here with Brian Target and Zoe.
Do you guys say his last name?
I said Brian Target, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys going on a last name basis?
Yeah.
Yeah. What would your preferred
I just didn't know
last
how
name?
long you were, like, how personal you were getting with people. I didn't know if you wanted to.
Oh no, we can definitely because
True.
that's a good thing
Didn't
because
think
I
about
mean you're trying to look for some exposure on your Instagram as well. So because you got a lot of art posting and someone hears Zoe Scott. Zoe, you're Zoe Scott on that, right?
Last name?
Are you Zoe Scott
on
on
my
that?
Instagram, I'm not.
Oh, I didn't know.
Do you want your last name to be on here?
I really don't care. I'm just fucking with you guys.
Because I'm just saying because if you want a little more Instagram
Yeah.
exposure, that if someone listens, you got a
on
new.
Instagram. I just looked it up because I didn't know.
Oh yeah, you're Mildflower
Yeah.
at Mildflower Instagram.
Yeah, not a wildflower. I'm a pretty mild flower.
Mildflower. Mild like
Episode
M.
6.
Mild.
Great intro.
Wait, what?
Episode 6.
Episode 6. And here with episode 6, and we were kind of talking about conspiracies a little bit earlier, and we were like, with this pretty good podcast to kind of talk about,
I love even though like sometimes I feel like I don't believe all conspiracies. I just like to look at things and it's like a creative aspect too, or just like looking at things like a little more dynamically.
Yeah.
Like taking in just other just stories and ideas and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
it's
I
just
just like to
interesting
look
to
at
twist things like that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's...
Look at the evidence against things that aren't normally thought of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always...
what always trips me out about conspiracy theories is that, like, you look, like, back in time, like, in the 60s and 70s, and, like, people's, like, biggest worry was that, like, the government and, like, these, like, big corporations were going to, like, record and listen in on people and see them and, like,
we wanted
document
privacy.
people. And how, like, everybody was like, oh, that's, like, bullshit, it's conspiracy theories, like, oh, there's people who are crazy. And then, like, look over time, like, how, like, that's true now.
Yeah, now you ask your phone anything, and they got,
They just record everything, your phone calls, your text messages, your pictures, your Facebooks, your MySpaces, all that shit. So it's, like, documented somewheres.
Yeah.
Everybody, everybody, everything.
I was just reading a little bit on the 9/11 conspiracies, and there's different, like, breakdowns on the Wikipedia page. It said the let it happen theory, which was for the 9/11 conspiracy in general, but it's an applied principle where basically the government knew that it was going to happen and they let it happen. So in a way, technology is like, it does make our lives convenient, and it does make a lot of attention of us is pointed towards social media and everything on the internet and real information, false information, whatever. But it's kind of like it's convenient for us, and it was the way that the government. I mean, if you believe that one conspiracy theory, the government controlling us in that aspect.
You think about like how shit's changed since then, like drastically.
Yeah.
And it's almost to like in their favor in a lot of ways.
Well, yeah,
they get to keep track of everybody.
Yeah.
They just use it as like, oh, it's for everybody's safety.
Yeah.
But there's like literally no privacy anymore. Like privacy does not like exist in this generation.
Or even when you go online, you're like, you type in something that you're looking for on the internet, and then before you know it, you got a bunch of ads that are kind of related to that as well. They're following
like demons.
They're
they
so
listen
just
to
like
the microphones all the time.
Just like, hey, you wanna buy me? You looked me up like 6 hours ago.
Yeah.
Why'd you leave
And
me?
Yeah.
and Zoe, I think
put me on your card. just buy it. Your card's already saved.
It's like
at
a button
Amazon.
away.
It's already
You never touch your
saved. All
money.
you gotta do is
you just gotta press.
It's just a button that
And now you can
changes
play
the
it on your
numbers
phone, I
that you
think, right?
see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Like I said the last time, if you put Spanish music on, and then soon you'll get ads that are in Spanish on your phone because the microphone's listening.
You were showing me that, and I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
That was...
I mean, it's like crazy, like how easy it is for like them to just buy, like literally like 20 years ago, I remember like when I was a kid, like you had to like go to the fucking toy store like 3 weeks ahead of time to like, or like 3 months ahead of time to just like fucking put your name on a piece of paper to buy a video game.
Yeah.
Because they would like sell out.
Yeah.
And now it's literally you just carry around this computer in your pocket, and all you gotta do is just touch your thumb on it, and it like fucking buys shit.
No one's on
you just
computer.
go to fucking movie tickets, and it's just like, oh, touch your finger, fucking like $30. It's just like that's fucking easy now.
It's so
crazy.
Weird. Your computer soon became in your pocket.
Yeah, it's like interesting because it's like they claim it as like, oh, it's for your personal like convenience, that it's like so easy and so fluent. That's great. Like technology is amazing that way, but like it's just like, is it subconsciously like making it easier for you to be like controlled to buy shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just so fucking easy. It's like before you had to fucking get dressed, you had to fucking get a shower, you had to like go downstairs, you had to get in your fucking car, you had to ask somebody to fucking drive you to a store, like 2 hours later you fucking show up to the store you want to buy something at. It's like you had a lot of time to think. Should I be making this purchase or not? Like now it's just like you just fucking click a button.
Yeah, I feel like that's a problem for some people. They just keep buying and buying.
Yeah.
It's like the Wish app. Like, all the people that I know that use the Wish app, like things are $1, $2 shipped from China, and it might take a little bit, but they can't stop buying it just because it's so cheap. And it's just the satisfactory of actually purchasing something and having it.
Yeah. I don't know, for me, I don't know if it's, I don't know, for me, like, it is, I have gone through phases where I could just buy stuff on my phone, but I'd prefer a computer in a way, like kind of, so I'm kind of,
I prefer a computer.
It's weird
where
because
if I want to make
like just a few months ago, I thought the same way, but like now I'm thinking
like the same thing.
Do I want to fix my MacBook Pro or just want to get the iPad Pro?
Yeah.
Because it like does the whole fucking thing. You just carry them around with you.
Yeah.
Like it's like so much, like think about how much more easier it would be for me to like write scripts or ideas while I was at work. Like real quick, like pull over and just like
you got your iPad right there.
Done.
Yeah.
Like fucking like start writing pages and shit on that shit.
Yeah. Instead of going through.
But I never would have thought that I didn't like computers. Like I always wanted to get like a desktop. I haven't had a desktop in like 7 years.
Yeah.
So we're kind of deviating away from the conspiracy theories
conspiracy
aspect right now.
Yeah, we're kind of
So let's talk about that movie that we watched earlier.
Yeah.
I didn't watch any movie.
One.
Okay, the alien one.
Did you watch?
Are we still talking? Wait, what?
Did you watch a movie earlier?
Me and Matt watched the whole movie on Netflix, and then Rob came and caught the end of it. Like
I came about halfway in.
Yeah, it was like
what was his name?
2 hours. Stan Romanek.
Stan Romanek. Okay.
And he has like convincing evidence.
Yeah.
Proving towards the possibility of there being extraterrestrial life.
Like it seemed like this guy was almost like from what I saw, he was almost either portrayed or and if this really happened, I'm just saying because there's both sides, but I'm saying he was that was pretty terrifying what he went through.
I couldn't imagine being like, if I looked outside of my window right now and saw an alien like his video is depicting and he's claiming is true.
Yeah.
That would like be insane.
Yeah.
Can you imagine just having let alone like a person peeking in your window? That's scary in itself.
Yeah.
But to like this little guy is literally surrounded by aliens and alien things all the time.
Yeah.
And to see them just spying on you, like.
Yeah.
And he lives comfortably. It's like he's accepted the fact that he is this starseed and this is how he lives his life. His wife, and his children, like they all know. They hang out with people and write books, and they're really big into the UFO community, and they go to the conventions and stuff. And it's like, it's just so casual for the dude. I feel like I would be. I mean, I guess that's paranoid, like scary.
Yeah.
But basically, he first started with sightings that he would record and put them on YouTube of UFOs. They just happened casually in his life. Like the first time he saw it, he had taken the back road to go drive to pick up his wife or something. He lived in Colorado, she lived in Nebraska when they met, so they were like going to meet each other. Yeah. And there was people pulled over on the side of the road, he said, and they were looking up. And then when he looked up into the sky, there was like this like
UFO.
He said it was like 30 feet in diameter.
Yeah, and that's when I came in because they were showing that video, the first encounter, because I think he was actually dating someone.
Yeah,
he was dating. Yeah, and he wanted to send something, but he was going to send a video.
Right.
He
so
was sending his wife a videotape.
Right. He said they were actually. He's like, turn on your webcam. And she put the webcam on, and then he showed her through the webcam the video of it happening. And there's other people who saw it and confirmed the actuality of it. Is one of the people that was like a professor or whatever in ufology.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't know. They had some like acclaimed like journalists and investigators, a psychologist, a physicist. Yeah, they had like a bunch of people on there. And so that's like the first time that it happened. It was December 27th, 2000.
Yeah, and it was weird because it looks like, what you would think a UFO sighting looked like. It was like a ball in the sky. It was somewhat like metallic looking. But it did have a really interesting shape to it.
Yeah, he like
this could
drew
be,
out the what he could imagine would have been the dimensions of it. That it could fit a 6 foot tall like human or whatever inside of it. But he said when he got out of his car, it was like it looked at him and then it shot up 1,000 feet in the air or something, and it was just floating up there for a while. And that was what's on the video because he didn't get it while it was closer, where he said it was like 100 feet, like on the top of the telephone pole or whatever. I don't know. His proportions don't sound right. But that was the first time they saw it. And then basically throughout like the years, he's been having experiences where he's being abducted. There's
I really believe that these.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying, because some of this can be portrayed as like almost like this guy was just filming stuff, and he was just basically laying out his story. His basic.
It's like
in the beginning of the movie,
almost.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the movie, like the description of it says that he's not trying to convince anybody that aliens exist.
Yeah. But that
so
could
I don't know what the point of the
of
movie. It's like a disclaimer kind of thing, so it could be faked. But the guy put a lot of time into investing into this alien theory.
Yeah, I'd have to.
He basically, what you could deduct from the entire movie was that he is a star child, which is
holy shit!
Hello.
You scared the fuck out of me.
What's up, Weirdness?
We're just talking about the movie now.
Yeah.
Someone should introduce.
So we're talking about what's his name again?
No, you should tell
Stan
the audience
Romanek.
who just walked in.
We actually have Matthew Target here. Just walked in from buying hot chicken.
Nashville hot chicken.
Classic.
Matt's, I think, gonna join us. Are you joining us?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Matt's gonna join us, and
so
we're on the topic of.
I'll go ahead and finish explaining what the gist of that movie was. That he was in contact with extraterrestrial beings who used him as a messenger to give power. He had hypnotic regressions or meditation, whatever you want to call it, altered state kind of free handwriting, just like stream of consciousness, where he would write these equations that were mathematical, but they were like actually real equations that people are working on. What is so funny over here?
So, while I was driving home from getting this hot chicken for everybody scrambled together some money to get some hot chicken. And it wasn't until about the point that I was pulling in the neighborhood from getting the chicken on about this 20-minute drive that I had the AC blasting on only the feet setting. So, I just want to warn you guys that it's now cold.
It's cold.
Oh man, I'm sure it's fine. I'll still eat it. Nashville hot chicken. Who has ever had Nashville hot chicken? It's amazing. Some of the best chicken I've ever had. Honestly.
Yeah, right here in
Nashville, Tennessee. No, but we were talking. Are we? When are we having the hot chicken? Are we doing that now? Are we doing that later?
We're gonna do that later.
Doing that later.
Have a tasting on the podcast.
Yeah, we can have live.
let's go get a strip.
That's a good idea for another podcast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we should do like a whole bunch of food tastings.
That would be cool.
Rob will
Local.
try
I don't think anybody wants to hear
Hiroshima
us eat,
hot
though. That's
live on the
Blah, blah, blah.
podcast. If enough people want to see
I don't
Rob
think I
try
would
the
listen to
hottest
a
hot
podcast.
chicken we can find in Nashville, everybody should get together and we'll film it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be good. I mean, it's gonna be probably pretty hot.
Yeah, the fries are good.
The one step down,
Where
that was
Prince's?
really extreme. So
You gotta go to the authentic Nashville hot chicken, though.
Scoreboard
Prince's.
Bar and Grill.
Scoreboards is
That's
not
where we're
the.
going tonight, right? Yeah.
Yep. Scoreboard Bar and Grill.
yeah,
Best hot chicken in town.
But Prince's was the first one.
Prince.
They were the
I don't
ones
think
that
I've ever had
started
that
it.
one. Prince's.
Prince's
What's
is
that?
the original.
It's the original.
The
Nashville
story
hot
is-
chicken.
I'm guessing that's
in
downtown,
Nashville.
right?
There's two locations.
So you're
There's
still talking about
downtown
fucking
and
aliens?
No, no, no. I'm talking about the story of Prince's Hot Chicken.
Oh.
Basically, this dude cheated on his wife. She found out, and she wanted to get him back, so she made the hottest chicken that she could with pepper, and they liked it. It wasn't a punishment.
Are you talking about that? You talking about the history?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the story of how it was created. So basically, he liked it, and then him and his brother went and they created a better recipe.
What's going on?
We can cut in because we're just going to continuously record.
Well, now you gotta cut that out.
Well, yeah, we're gonna. Well,
We're not cutting nothing out.
we're not cutting
Let's go
nothing out?
straight through, man.
They're gonna hear all of this talking notes.
Yeah. Go back. What's another conspiracy theory we can talk about?
Well, yeah, we were finishing up what you were talking about. You were talking
yeah.
about.
So in his like meditative state, and he wrote down all the equations. The
Yeah.
physicist guy had said that they're actual equations that people who are working in the sciences
Yeah.
are creating and working for.
I think technically
and-
they are theories too. So it's not like it's a proven
Well, yeah,
fact
they are
per se.
theories.
Yeah. But I mean, as of now, I don't know. They could be hiding some. You know what I'm saying?
They could be.
Because I've heard other things where, like even the mathematician was involved, where like some of the equations that he was using was somewhat correct with what
Right.
theory,
Yeah.
more modern theories that are happening now.
But that's
that
to
them
say
things
that
are
it
possible.
happened the way that they're saying that it happened too.
Yeah.
Not like they.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. That's the whole thing, is you don't know.
Yeah. Well,
Well, apparently
so
he was being abducted, and he said that the aliens were interested in human reproductive parts,
yeah.
and that he had seen this woman many times while he was up there, and they were like laying on tables next to each other or something. This alien fan fiction. And he had spotted her once at a convention. They had children, like alien human hybrid children together that they saw up in the spaceship. And they would
Fucking
receive these
crazy.
phone calls from this
What the
alien
fuck
that
is that
would
guy
give them
smoking?
direction. Yeah, for real.
What the fuck is that guy
Like,
smoking?
it sounds crazy when you
That's
say it, but they
insane.
have a lot of evidence that could make you think, huh? But it's like, it just sounds so outlandish.
Yeah.
Yeah, that gets really
I think
insane.
he's just a really good
Filmmaker.
movie maker, a filmmaker, and he
Dedicated to his craft.
possibly started in I think it was 2000.
2000.
And figured if he gathered enough in film clips and different evidence over the time that it would have to be believed. But even if it's just a good film in general too.
Yeah, I mean, it does keep your interest, just in general. Even if these theories are true or are not true,
Yeah.
it's still it kind of it caught my attention, and I was kind of really like,
And that's what the
into
description
just
said.
kind of-
It
was
it
kind
said
of-
it didn't want to prove anything, but it wanted to spark your interest. And
Yeah.
honestly, it did. It did
Yeah.
just that.
It's weird because like there's a lot of, it's all on the internet. There's a lot of, I think, ongoing theories, and some of that is all similar or also happening.
Yeah. That was crazy.
Yeah.
What are some other conspiracy theories you guys are interested in?
Do you want to
Well-
talk about 9/11?
Well, yeah, I think before we were, I think
It's a
I
heavy
think
question.
before we were talking about this.
You guys need to calm down.
Reset. We're just gonna keep rolling.
9/11 isn't funny. He's not laughing because 9/11's funny.
Yeah, I know. I just want to make sure that everyone was.
It's
knowing it.
terrible.
Oh, dang it.
Rob, you just
Yeah.
gotta straighten yourself out. Man.
You just need to cut it from the point that I stepped through the door. That would probably
It's
be a
just
good
gonna
point
be
to
like,
end at.
you'd be like, my brother back. Well, thank you for listening to Weirdness.
What were you saying about me before I walked in?
That's what we were
was that
talking
I was in
about
the
9/11?
middle of a
9/11?
sentence.
I think it was about 9/11.
No, it wasn't about 9/11. It was about the aliens. I was describing it to Brian so he could get a gist of what was going on there.
Yeah.
The story doesn't sound believable.
No, no one bit.
Not when I just described it back out
guy
to
had
you. I was
child
like,
porn.
whoa.
The guy had child porn. He got went to jail for child porn.
In 2013. He just got out recently.
He just fucking got out.
What's believing this shit?
And he's blaming the child porn on the government
That's insane.
for giving
Like,
him a
I'm not
virus
laughing
and
about child porn. I'm just laughing about like this like
credibility.
fucking credibility
Yeah.
of this motherfucker. You know?
Like, why him? Like, you know, if all things like this were to happen, why him though?
I know.
Why?
Especially
like,
if you were spending all that time filming fucking aliens and shit.
They all
Like-
talk about how special he was and sensitive he was too. Like,
Oh yeah,
Starseed
that motherfucker
the
did it.
starseed,
That
yeah.
motherfucker did it.
he was the sense. I think he was somewhat sensitive.
They
from what I
said-
saw in the video.
Jeffrey Dahmer type.
Well, he said he could fight. Remember that? He said he got into a bunch of fights.
Yeah,
and
he
stuff
said
like
he
that.
grew up in a bad part of Denver and he
Yeah.
was the only
It's like-
white boy around, so he had to fend for himself out there, you know.
And there was like photos
Life's
of him.
rough.
There was one, you know, he had a few stories where a photo of him was like, you know, supposedly he got a broken arm or something like that.
He got jumped
He got jumped pretty much.
from people that
Well,
looked
that was
like
part of the
old
alien
military
Yeah.
in a black Escalade or something.
Yeah, they like
that.
followed him to the part where he parked in the building or something, and they said you need to shut
He
your
was on
mouth.
his
and
bike
they,
when he was gonna put it behind
yeah,
the building.
they told him
Yeah.
to shut his
That's
mouth about
crazy.
the alien stuff, and then they tased him, and he said
Yeah.
he like woke up somewhere else or something. I don't know.
That's
The
fucked-
cops came
that's
and did a
fucked up.
report. Yeah.
There's a
Fucked
few
up.
times where he was supposedly woke up somewhere else.
I
Yeah.
feel
I
bad
found
for
it
laughing. 'cause
Really
I feel
crazy.
bad for the guy now. I'm sorry.
I mean,
That seems
I
like- that
I
seems
think he
intense.
wholeheartedly believes it, and either he believes
about
it
what
as
you've
it
done
happened to
up
him,
against
or he
15
believes it as this is a story that I am dedicated to, and I just need to bullshit my way through it. Like, I don't know which one's true. He apparently had torn his ACL and his hamstring or something. He fell and then was abducted by the aliens the day before his surgery, and they fixed his knee, and the doctors could not explain it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't hear one thing you said.
What time did you guys
Wow.
start? What
I'm
time
so
did you guys
hungry.
start?
I have no idea what time we started.
I'm starving. Should
we started about 15 minutes before you showed up, right? About
Yeah.
that?
We're just gonna
Oh,
delete.
okay.
Oh, we can always
We're not
cut
gonna
in.
delete.
We can stop now and then cut in later.
No. We keep
Nah.
the whole thing.
We're gonna keep
It's
the whole
entertainment.
thing. All right, it's entertainment. I guess.
Yeah. All right. Should we wrap up?
Yeah.
Do you guys want to keep talking?
Do you think you got a successful podcast out of that?
I hope so. What about you, Rob?
We're gonna leave
Yeah.
all of this in the podcast. You're like, one go. Like,
If you liked hanging out with us, follow us on Twitter. If you liked hanging out with us, follow us on Twitter. Subscribe to our YouTube channel
At the Weirdness Pod.
at The Weirdness Pod. Instagram at The
POD.
Weirdness Pod. If you guys like hanging out with us, please subscribe. And thank you guys for listening. We'll see you guys later.
Thank you. See you later.
bye.
Bye.
See you, weirdos.
Bye.